Hello everybody and welcome to Newcastle for the ERDF TourIt. So over the years, Newcastle has benefited massively from European investment. So what that's allowed us to do really is to regenerate and build clusters of digital, creative and kind of business innovation areas across the city. And we'll see some of the results of that as we walk around today. European development, regional development funding obviously comes from the European Commission. And what it is a kind of a source of matched funding. So for every few pounds that the European the Commission will provide to a project, that project has to kind of match it up to either 50-50 or 60-40 in this programme. So it's not just kind of like a single source of funding. You do have to match it with your own domestic money, or increasingly what we're seeing in this programme is that that's matched by money coming directly from the small and medium-sized enterprises that we are investing in. So that's the kind of source of match and how the money works. So we're just about closing down the 2007-2013 programme. That's how the money's kind of organised. So it's given to us in blocks over a period of time. That programme allocation then has to be spent on eligible activities within that period of time, otherwise it's lost to the region. So the 2007-13 programme brought around about €376 million into the northeast GDT area alone. So it's kind of big bucks, and what that focused on doing was supporting science and innovation assets, on developing an entrepreneurial culture, on renewable energy, creative process industries and digital industries. They were our kind of main focuses in the last programme. As a result of that, we created 20,466 jobs. We safeguarded 18,363 jobs. We created just under 6,000 businesses. We gave direct investment through loans or grants to about nearly 5,000 small and medium-sized enterprises. We built or refurbished 10,419 square metres of office space, and we kind of developed, we kind of generated as well through some loan funds that we implemented as well, around about £100 million of legacy funding that will be put into projects in the future in the northeast region. So it's big bucks. The sorts of investment can't be found anywhere else, and also the results that it's given, the sort of improvements that it's made for the people and the businesses in the northeast, is absolutely amazing. It's fantastic. The Regional Growth Fund is kind of domestic funding, and one of the recent projects that we had was to kind of fill this portico in. So until recently, you could drive through there, these kind of big arches, but Regional Growth Fund money was used to kind of create transform that area. And if you look right through it, you can just see there the yellow E, and then there's a sign that says Life NHS. So that's the Centre for Life, which is a science village, where scientists, clinicians, educationalists and business people work together to promote the advancement of life sciences. There's also a big kind of visitor centre there as well. But the centre itself has previously received over £5 million in ERDF funding for community engagement activities, and also for science and innovation and business projects as well. So that's kind of the first one for us to tick off. Where we're standing now, we've got access to kind of 3 different projects that have been funded by ERDF just in this small space. So the building behind you there is called Live Work, and that was a £10 million capital scheme, which we gave £2 million ERDF grant towards. It's been delivered by the Live Theatre, which is a theatre that's based here. It's part of a much larger project that the Live Theatre are delivering, which has really helped to regenerate this area by providing new commercial opportunities the refurbishment of a Grade 2 listed almshouse, a new children and young people's writing centre, development of this, the Live Garden it's called, which is a new pocket park at the centre of the site. And then there's additional revenue funding that we've given them for kind of developing creative and education work of the live theatre as well. So it's kind of had a real impact socially and culturally and commercially as well. It helps to kind of regenerate this area, but it helps to kind of give the live theatre itself new kind of sources of funding. And then behind us, say the building behind us there is called the Schoolhouse. And that was a refurbishment. So you were asking earlier about kind of, you know, mixing the old and the new, and I think this is quite a good example of that. So obviously this is a totally new build that we helped to fund. Whereas the Schoolhouse is a refurbishment, and we put about £950,000 into the refurbishment of the building alongside Art Council England funding. And it's now occupied by 5 different SMEs across 3 floors. And they're SMEs that are kind of based in creative and digital kind of sectors.
The building there as well was refurbished in the 2000-2006 programme, which is the actual theatre. So inside the theatre they've created space for SMEs as well within the creative and digital sector. So that was really successful as well, which is why they then went on to do the other projects. It was a good standing, but it's a very good theatre as well. Behind you is the Millennium Bridge. It was in 2000 and it didn't open to the public until September 2001. So that's the bridge, and what we have is the Sage, and it's a concert venue and centre for musical education, and it's in Gateshead on the south side of the river, and it was designed by Sir Norman Foster and opened in 2004. Cost around £70 million, so it was a major project, so it had to go through loads of hoops through the commission to get approval for the ERDF element, which was £5.6 million towards the building, and they also had another £2.5 million to reclaim the land around it so that it could be built. On the viewing platform at the Baltic Centre for Contemporary Arts, which is situated in Gateshead, south of the River Tyne. It's a refurbished flour and animal feed mill, originally built for Joseph Rank Limited in the 1950s. The site was formerly an ironworks, which was occupied between 1858 and 1889. Following the ERDF funding in the 2000-2006 programme, this is now the largest gallery of its kind in the world. Housed within Baltic is a company called Northern Film and Media, who received quite a significant amount of money through ERDF to deliver revenue type activities. So they are a development agency within the creative industries. They work with businesses and professionals specialising in film, TV and screen-based arts, and attract inward investment by promoting the region as the base for incoming film and TV production. The organisation supported a range of hit TV shows including ITV's Vera, BBC One's Inspector George Gently and CBBC's Dumping Ground and Wolf Blood.